Greetings, Pathfinders. I'm Rick Pummel. I'm part of the event team for Upper Columbia Conference Pathfinders. Wanted to help you guys get a little bit more ready for the Pathfinder Fair coming up, and one of my favorite things at the fair is drilling and marching. I love to see the drill teams go out on the field and see the creativity and the precision and the fun things that they get to do together. There are 3 categories that we have that you can participate in as a category for any one of you Pathfinders. We have the basic drills, we have the advanced drill teams, and we have the freestyle drill teams. Now, everybody can get a first place, or a second place, or a third place for that matter. It all depends on the points that you get. So it's a category of ribbon color that you end up getting. There are judges who will actually hold up numbers saying if you got a 6 or a 9 or things like that. And that helps determine how many points you get overall. For details of exactly how things are scored, we advise you to please go to the document that was shared recently in the salute that tells all about the drilling and marching requirements. Let's talk a little bit about each one of the categories. Basic drill is something that's just for anybody in the club, any of the Pathfinders. You can be a first-year Pathfinder, or you can have been in Pathfinders for a really long time. Everybody needs to wear your Class A uniform, so like I am, you know, the full thing. You are scored with the basic drill on technical merit only. Well, what does that mean, technical merit? Well, technical merit is how well you do things, like if everybody's on the same step, everybody's together. And the other thing is how accurately you do things. So like if the drill master says left face and everybody goes right face, even if you do it all together, you're going to miss a point because it's not accurate. So, and you can do really fancy movements if you want, but I really suggest you don't, because since there is no artistic merit for the basic drill, if you do some really fancy stuff and you kind of mess up because of it, it'll actually bring your score down. So save those for the advanced drill category. Basic drill teams have to do at least 20 basic commands, and there's a list in that document that tells you which ones that you may choose from. There's a maximum time on the field from the time your drill master says fall in until they say fall out, and that time is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You'll get the most points if you finish before that time. Advanced drill. What's special about advanced drill? Advanced drill is for Pathfinders who've either practiced a lot during the year or they've done it for multiple years, so that you really can do it very precisely, and you can do some difficult stuff out in the field. You again wear your Class A uniforms, but also the advanced team, if they want, they can add extra stuff like white gloves, sometimes looks really cool, spats which go on your legs, and you can use guide-ons and various things like that to really dress it up. You could even use drums, marching drums, if that's something that you have a talent for in your club. Advanced drill is scored with 2 scores. There's a both technical merit and advanced display. So technical merit is going to be scored just like basic drill, except harder. So you thought that you had to do things correctly and together in basic drill. Well, in advanced drill, you better really be together and do things right, because you're going to get scored a little more tough by the judges. Now, the advanced display has to do with the cool stuff you do, the razzle-dazzle, some people say, the wow factor, you know, and those can be special commands that maybe you decide to make up, and they put together individual commands to make it. Like one, when I was a drill master, we called it the banana split, and it involved people going around doing different columns, doing different things at the same time. So fun stuff like that. The requirements are at least 5 advanced commands, and again, the list, the document will show you guys exactly what those advanced commands are, and at least 5 creative movements. Like I mentioned, you know, the banana split, for example. Your timing has to be somewhere between 2 minutes and 46 seconds and 3 minutes to get the most points. So you go too short and you lose some points. You go too long and you lose some points. So it's a little harder to really do things super well. Freestyle. Okay, that's the last category that we do at the drilling and marching competition. And everyone kind of lets their proverbial hair down, and you get to go out and be more relaxed and have fun. It's for, again, anybody in the club, just like basic drill, whether you've done it only a very little or a lot. And it's for those who really want to be more imaginative with what you do and less structured. Now, instead of wearing Class A uniforms, you can, but you could also wear costumes. Anything that really still makes it look like this whole thing is part of your performance. You know, like maybe you're telling a Bible story like I've seen some clubs do in the past. You know, so they're all dressed in Bible character outfits and nobody has the same outfit, but they are all part of the same story. You get scored on technical merit, but more at the level of basic drill. And you get scored on artistic merit, which is the creativity of your performance, you know, the really fun stuff that you might do out there, you know, that gets lots of clapping from the audience, you know, those sorts of things. And even your outfits, how your creativity with your outfits. There's no requirements on how many commands or specific commands you have to do. A little more leeway with the timing, between 2 minutes and 31 seconds and 3 minutes. All right, so we have the three categories, the basic, the advanced, and freestyle. In clubs, you can enter more than one category and you can enter more than one team. It's totally up to you at this point. We don't have any restrictions on that. And also, make sure you measure out a field to practice in that's about 60 by 60. Those are actually the minimum size of the drill field. If we ever get in a situation where we have to do a small field, it's always going to be at least that big, 60 by 60. And I've seen clubs just march right off the field before, so we don't want you to be those guys, right? We'll try to make it bigger than that. We'll try to make it closer to 80 by 80, but just in case you want to be ready. So anyhow, I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the fair, and I hope you'll have a drill team. Bring it along. You guys will do really well. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks.